Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Check this out, man. I love doing this. This is a Retekess TR509 FM transmitter. It transmits to a FM broadcast band here in the United States, and it is perfect for like schools to have their own little private radio station, for communities to have their own private radio stations, be it a mobile home park or retirement home. We had the last year's winner. Oh, that was so cool. He set up his own radio station. He was a retired radio guy, and he had it right on the lake, so all the guys and gals out there on their boats could listen to beach music on the lake up in the upper part of our country. So I love it. So all you have to do to get entered to win this thing is leave me a single one. Please don't leave more than one. It'll disqualify you. But a single great, compelling reason why you need your own radio station here in 2024. Now let's check out what it is you are going to be asking for. It is the Retekess TR509, and it is a pretty cool little compact unit. These things are fun to play with for sure, and I'll just go through it with you. We'll get it all laid out. This is literally the exact unit you're going to get, so I'll take good care of it, I promise, while I'm playing with this here. There's the main unit. And we do have a power setup here, and yeah, there's our back of the unit antenna. Get that out of there. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got. Like I said, we have a power brick here, and that is going to be 12 volts at 1.57 amps. So not a terrible amount of voltage. One of the things that I had comments on last time I gave one of these away is that with this, it is entirely possible to run this off of a solar setup. So you could have this thing set up totally off grid at the top of a mountain somewhere in a waterproof box on an endless loop. You know, it's beautiful. These things will power up and run for a good long time. And you could hook this up to a laptop. You could hook it up to an MP3 player, or you could go live with a microphone, and you can broadcast for a good ways with these little boogers. This being the main unit, we'll take a look at the back first. We do have a plug for our antenna. Now this one comes with a back of unit antenna. I know the guy that won last year's, he bought an external antenna for it, one that went up, and he actually put it on the roof of his house, and that gave this a whole lot more range. Now, Part 15 rules, that's up to you to figure out what you want to do with this thing. I would just tell you to use it most legally, my friends. Power supply also on the back, and a fan on the back. On the front here, we've got two things. We've got our volume control, and we have our volume control. These are two different settings. So this has its own kind of mixer board built in. One is audio in. That could be anything from a mixer board to an MP3 player, to a laptop computer with a bunch of MP3s on it, whatever you want, to a record player. It doesn't matter what you're using. You plug that in there, and you've got your music. This side here, microphone. So let's say you're operating a church, and you want to be able to do to a large crowd, or you have elderly residents that come to your church that aren't able to come inside anymore. They have to stay in their vehicles. Well, you can broadcast to them, and you'd be able to broadcast both the music and your voice through this, like so. We do have our little display here, a power on off button, and a plus minus. That pretty much, the plus minus is choosing our channel and choosing our power output on this thing. And so that's that. And it also comes with, and this is awfully nice of them to include this, it comes with a good size cable here to plug in. So this would, for me, if I were using this, this would go to the laptop, and this would go to the transmitter, and we'd be in good business. The antenna that it does come with, it's a pretty long antenna, and it does, it's got a little thing here so you can mount it on the back of the unit. It sits like so. To adjust the SWR with this, you're literally just shrinking the antenna down to fit the actual frequency you're going to use on. That'll give you your best SWR. Pretty cool, huh? All right, well, here it is, all plugged in, and you can see we'll just power that on. There it is. We can adjust our station. You can hear the fan come on. We're going to broadcast on 103.1. And we have our adjustment here. Mic is going to be all the way down for us on this, so that is about all we need to do. Let's see if we can hear it playing through the radio. Right about like that. And I've got, you can see here, this realistic flavor radio, and it's broadcasting an empty signal right now. You can see that. Well, I'll go ahead and play something for you here. As you can see, it's playing nicely. It's the Retekess TR509, and it could be yours. Let's head on back to the bench. All right, let's take a look at the manual here. TR509 FM transmitter, and let's see here. It says high fidelity, high stability motherboard adapted to next generation integrated NC FM radio transmitter chip BH1415 from Japan. Interesting stuff. And it talks about precautions as far as don't electrocute yourself, don't let something run into a power cord outside and zap you. And so on our front here, we're going to be able to use our up-down button to adjust the channel frequency that we're going to transmit on. And so you pick that there. Your frequency range here is 76 to 108, so European as well, it looks like. Stability is plus or minus 10 ppm. That's not bad. Stepping frequency is 1 kilohertz. And let's see what else we got here that's of note. Frequency response is 50 hertz to 15,000 hertz, so it's a pretty wide spectrum. And then it even has some measurements for you, so depending on what frequency you want to transmit on, it'll tell you how long to make the antenna, but trial and error also helps with that. And then it talks about unauthorized use. You definitely don't want to break the rules. Use this as a Part 15 transmitter. Cool. Well, that is what you're in the bidding for, my friends. Leave me a comment, a really good comment, and make it a comment that says, hey, I'm in a retirement community. I want to be able to broadcast news and information to the local people here in the neighborhood so we can know what's going on when there's a cookout, when there's some kind of game, whatever. Maybe it's for a school. Maybe your high school, middle school, or elementary school wants to have its own radio station so they can broadcast news and information where the students get their hands into radio, and maybe it starts a new career path for them as well. I'd love to hear about it. But tell me something. Tell me anything. The only last thing I want to mention is that because of the cost of shipping, I'm unable to have this giveaway open to anybody other than in the continental United States. Sorry about that, but I did ship one to Poland a few years back, and that, my friends, was painful. I just can't afford to do that. But there you go. We will have the drawing exactly 2 weeks from the date that this is posted. So stick around. I'll do a live show. We'll do a giveaway, and we're going to pick the top 5 comments out of all the ones you leave between now and then. My wife will pick all those out with me. Actually, I'll let her pick all of them because she doesn't know you as well as I do. She's going to put those top 5 comments into a cup. We'll pick the drawing live of those 5 winners. The number 1 winner wins, and I'll send this your way. Till next time, my friends, take care.